Hello, I am Miss Movie Girl. I'm back again to review some more VHS for you. My first two I have are going to be movies based on real life serial killers. The first one that I have is about Jeffrey Dahmer, and I'm sure everybody knows who he is and have heard of him and his sadistic ways. Dahmer is what this is called. It's a VHS. Um, Basically, it's a pretty decent VHS movie. It's a decent depiction of his life and who he was. Basically, if nobody knows who he was a guy, he was a homosexual man that would go out at night, pick up guys from bars, bring them back to his house, rape them, drug them. Eventually, at one time, I think he tried to put acid in their brain to make them like a zombie. He was also a cannibal, so he would eat the parts of the people that he had killed, especially the private parts. When the police did find him and found out who was doing all these killings, there were vats in his apartment full of bodies that he was trying to deteriorate in the vats. This gives you a little insight into maybe who he was as a man and as a serial killer. Had a lot of flashbacks, so it wasn't really my thing. It's okay. It's a decent movie. My favorite would probably be the Bundy movie that came out, but I don't have that one yet, and I do plan on getting it. But Dahmer, it is a decent depiction of him, and if you're into serial killers or are interested, I would pick it up, just for a rental at least. If you like it, buy it. My next one is an amazing movie, on the other hand, called Monster. And I think a lot of people have probably heard about this one. It's the one with Charlize Theron, right here. Christina Ricci, right there. They're both amazing actresses, and especially Charlize Theron in this. She did an incredible job as playing the real-life serial killer, which was a woman named Aileen Wuornos. She obviously had to somehow get into the mind of this woman and become her to actually play the part of this movie, and that's why she did win. In 2003, she won the Academy Award winner for Best Actress for playing this part. You would not know it was her if somebody didn't tell you, or you didn't know that she was in this movie. It doesn't look like her. They made her, she's a beautiful woman in real life, and they just made her look horribly awful looking. And the real thing is, she really looked like the actual woman, Aileen Wuornos. So, and Christina Ricci did an incredible job as Aileen Wuornos' lover and love interest. So, if you're looking for a good serial killer movie, if you like those, definitely buy this. I only have it on VHS right now, but I do plan on adding it to my DVD collection. Okay. The next one I'm going to talk about is, and it's not, the rest are not serial killer. Those are the only two serial killer ones that I have right now. I am going to talk about this only for a moment because I don't want somebody going out and trying to pick this movie up thinking it's good. Psycho. Not the original Hitchcock Psycho. The original Hitchcock Psycho is incredible with Anthony Perkins. This one is the one with Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche. And although I do love both of them as characters, as actors, and their characters in different movies, I don't particularly think they worked for this movie. And first of all, Psycho is not one of those movies that, honestly, you just can't remake Psycho. That's just, it's a classic, it's a Hitchcock classic, and I am really negative on trying to redo, especially movies like that are just, there's no need for it. And they're actually, I think, are going to be coming out with The Birds, which is a remake of The Birds, the Hitchcock Birds, but that's going to be really interesting to see how that one comes out, because I really don't think they're going to do a good job on that one. But anyway, don't get this one. If you want to watch Psycho and you haven't seen the original Psycho, get the Hitchcock one with Anthony Perkins in it. It's still to this day has the creepiness, has the atmosphere, has the things you need in it, and avoid this one. Okay. The next movie I have is also, this one's a very good movie. It was, excuse me. It came out in 1974, and it kind of was one of the starters of the child killer, demon kind of movies. And it is the original, The Omen. Okay. It has Lee Remick, which plays the wife, and Gregory Peck plays her husband. And the little boy in the movie is supposed to be like a demon, and that basically the Antichrist. So it delivers us, especially back in '74 when this first came out. It delivered a lot of scares and a lot of good movie time, and it still does today. I would choose to watch this one, 100% times over watching the remake. The remake wasn't too bad, I didn't think, but the first one, this original one, you just can't beat it. And I'm finding that in a lot of movies. The originals are they're hard to beat. I mean, when they first came out, people loved them. They still love them today. And it's hard to beat the original movie. And basically, that's all I'm going to go in on this, because I think a lot of people know the story about The Omen, what The Omen is. And if you don't, then that's a good chance for me to not tell you anything and just go pick it up. And I'm talking about the 1974 one, and watch it. So I really like it, and it's one of my favorites of all time. Alright, and I wasn't going to mention this one, but I will go ahead and mention it because it doesn't have a case or anything. But it's called Hobbs End. The reason it doesn't have a case, I bought it at a yard sale for like 25 cents. So, and I'm glad I did, actually, because I've watched this movie about 2 or 3 times, and I still like it. I mean, every time I watch it, I'm like, I like it, and I see more in it that I didn't see the first time. It's more of a thriller than a horror movie. Basically, it's about a lady who moves out to a cabin in the woods after her husband dies, and she's maybe in her around 30 years old or something. I don't know I can't remember if her husband got killed or whatever, but she moves out there as a widow by herself, just kind of be out by herself alone. She meets this man out there who seems really so genuinely nice at first, and they strike up a friendship, and she thinks the relationship could possibly go somewhere. And when she starts that realization, he starts picking up these weird, I guess, unusual things that her husband used to do, or ways that her husband used to do things or say things. And that's when she starts thinking, like, whoa, this is really creepy. So it's more of a thriller. And it has the good atmosphere of being trapped in the woods alone in a cabin with this crazy guy who you thought was nice at first, and now he's a lunatic. So if you like that kind of movie, I would get it. It's a thriller. I like it. It's called Hobbs End. Once again, I think it came out maybe like 2002. I think it might be available on on DVD now. So those are mine for today. I have plenty more to review, and so check back, and hope you enjoyed it. And just have a great evening. Stay scary. And we will chat later on more horror. Bye.